Unexpected results.
Hey everyone, your boy Dalton here.
Hey, Dalton, how do you feel about Virgil's Aeneid after having read Book 4, Passion of the Queen?
I felt like I wanted to read more books. I felt like the story was pulling me into it.
I mean, it had you at Towers half built, bro. Let's get that money.
That's what we're going to find out in this episode, in which Dalton reads.
I felt like I was really identifying with Homegirl and her love for her man. What was his name? Aeneas? Aeneas. Yeah, so I read some shit.
We play a game in this episode too, but
episode 5.
Something happens.
Episode 5. What's up, y'all? Dalton Wright. Episode 5. Dalton reads. Here y'all go.
What's up? All right.
Go ahead, Blake.
I'm saying stuff. Hey, I'm saying stuff.
Check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Nice.
Are we enjoying our levels?
Go ahead. You can start one.
The queen, for her part, all that evening ached with longing that her heart's blood fed a wound, or inward fire eating her away. The manhood of the man, his pride of birth, came home to her time and again. His looks, his words remained with her to haunt her mind, and desire for him gave her no rest. When dawn swept earth with Phoebus' torch, and burned away night gloom and damp, this queen, far gone and ill, confided to the sister of her heart, "My sister Anna, quandaries and dreams have come to frighten me. Such dreams! Think what a stranger yesterday found lodging in our house. How princely, how courageous, what a soldier. I can believe him in the line of gods.
She's totally hot for this guy.
And this is no delusion. Telltale fear betrays inferior souls." Like, okay, can I stop? Like, while I'm in the middle?
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
like,
What's up?
all right. As I'm reading this, like, is this like poem written, sort of?
Yeah,
like,
it's right. So it's an epic poem that was
okay. I don't really read many epic poems, but then maybe this is my first one. Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna start back up.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. So once it gets to the end of the line, you know, it's like you stop there and then you read it.
The trick is to read it
as
using the punctuation to stop it. So you essentially end at a comma to end a phrase to catch your breath, right? You can end at a period, right? That's the trick. The trick isn't to end at the line, but
like where it says "telltale fear betrays inferior souls," like the end of that line is fear.
Yeah.
And then the next line, it begins with betrays.
Yeah.
So, like, do I stop when I say telltale fear? And then it said,
No.
do I start back? Betrays inferior souls.
It's the
You
message.
say it together?
The message is, telltale fears.
Telltale fear betrays and
inferior
okay.
souls, yeah.
What scenes of war fought to the bitter end he pictured for us? What buffetings awaited him at sea? Had I not set my face against remarriage, after my first love died and failed me, left me, barren and bereaved, and sick to death. At the mere thought of torch and bridal bed, I could perhaps give way in this one case to frailty. I shall say it. Since that time, Sychaeus, my poor husband, met his fate, and blood my brother shed stained for our hearth gods. This man alone has wrought upon me so, and moved my soul to yield. I recognize the signs of the old flame, of old desire. But O chastity life, before I break your laws, I pray that earth may open, gape for me, down to its depth, or the omnipotent, with one stroke blast me to the shades, pale shades of Erebus, and the deep world of night. That man who took me to himself in youth has taken all my love. May that man keep it. Hold it forever with him in his tomb. Oh, that's hard.
She's
like mad in love.
Yeah, the
She's
passion's
like pissed.
taken over.
She's like, I'm gonna
passion's
kill you. You
taken
made me
over.
fall in love with you so much.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to. May the fucking earth gods slay you for making me love your damn man self so much.
For
Am
sure.
I about got it right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
At this she wept, and wet her breast with tears. But Anna answered, "Dearer to your sister than daylight is, will you wear out your life, young as you are, in solitary mourning, never to know sweet children or the crown of joy that Venus brings? Do you believe that this matter to the dust, to ghosts in tombs? Granted, no suitors up to now have moved you, neither in Libya nor before, in Tyre." Wait, Tyre? Tyre? Okay. Erebus you rejected, and the others. Chieftains bred by the land of Africa, their triumphs have enriched. Will you contend, even against a welcome love? Have you considered in whose lands you settled here? On one frontier, the Gaetulans, their cities, people invincible in war, with wild Numidian horsemen, and their offshore banks, the Syrtes. On the other, desert sands, bone dry, where fierce Barcaean nomads range. Or need I speak of future wars brought on from Tyre and the menace of your brother? Surely by dispensation of the gods and backed by Juno's will, the ships from Ilium held their course this way on the wind. Sister, what a great city you'll see rising here, and what a kingdom from this royal match, with Trojan soldiers as companions in arms. By what exploits will Punic glory grow? Yeah, sis. You don't even think about that shit. Only ask the indulgence of the gods. Win them with offerings. Give your guests ease. And contrive reasons for delay while winter gales rage. Drenched Orion storms at sea, and their ships, damaged still, face iron skies.
Yikes.
Well, so this is like the perspective of her sister.
No. So she's telling her sister.
She's like, stop being in love with this dude so much. Like, you have a great life ahead of you. Do you even like try to think about anything else but this man?
Right.
Is that like
Sure, but
you turn this dude away, you turn this dude away. Like,
look,
look, our city might be killed because you love this dude too much. You know what I mean? Because like she's talking about future wars and things like that.
It's true.
Like, why don't you think about your people? Why don't you think about the rest of the kingdom? Like, you could be doing so much more good not loving this dude.
Right. Well, the idea is that, as it turns out, is that eventually Dido, the queen, will end up killing herself in passionate.
Man, you
fear.
just fucking ruined it.
Spoiler
dude.
alert,
Spoiler.
dude.
Fucking spoiler.
Spoiler.
for me, dude.
Spoiler alert.
I'm learning about epic poems and I'm learning about how to read them and shit. And I now I want to read this epic poem, but I don't even want to read it anymore because you just spoiled the end of it for me, dude.
That part doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, should I continue?
Yep. This is one of the oldest things in the history of the written word. So.
Oh wow. And I'm reading it.
Or at least the translation.
Welcome to Dalton Reads, y'all.
Go ahead.
What was that? Is that?
What? No. Keep going.
All right. Here we go. This counsel fanned the flame, already kindled, giving her hesitant sister hope and set her free of scruple. Visiting the shrines, they begged for grace at every altar first, then put choice rams and ewes to ritual death for seers giver of laws. Father Laius, Phoebus. Wait, is that
Phoebus?
Phoebus.
No wait. Phoebe, right? Maybe. Let me see it.
Yeah, it's Phoebus. Or is it like Phoebus?
Wait, which page
Is
are
this-
you on? Oh, okay, I see. Wait, show me. Oh yeah, it is Phoebus. All right.
For Seers, giver of laws, Father Laius, Phoebus, and for Juno most of all, who has the bonds of marriage in her keeping. Dido herself, splendidly beautiful, holding a shallow cup, tips out the wine on a white, shining heifer. Between the horns, or gravely in the shadow of the gods, approaches opulent altars. Whew, this is intense, man.
Dude, it is. Yeah.
Through the day she brings new gifts, and when the breasts are open, pours over her organs, living still for signs. Alas, what darkened minds have soothsayers? What good are shrines and vows to maddened lovers? The inward fire eats the soft marrow away, and the internal wound bleeds on in silence. Why is that so funny, dude? This is intense, man.
It is.
It's a,
It
but,
is.
but you don't like guys say the word marrow?
No, dude.
It's marrow.
Dude,
Whatever, you know. I
have no
I know words, bro. You don't understand. This is one of the oldest written things in the fucking written language.
Yeah,
dude.
All right. First of all, I'm not even trying to tell you that you're. I'm not even laughing at the way you're pronouncing
Don't-
words. All right. I'm laughing at the story.
Don't get
Keep
me
going.
on here and then start laughing at me.
I'm laughing about the story.
Oh, okay. The story's not funny, bro. It's sad, and it's kind of frightening.
Well, it's funny how easily Aeneid is able to rebound in the next book, but we'll keep going. Keep going.
Unlucky Dido, burning in her madness, roamed through all of the city, like a doe hit by an arrow shot from far away, by a shepherd hunting in the Cretan woods. Hit by surprise, nor could the hunter see his flying red steel had fixed itself in her. But though she runs for life through corpse and glade, the fatal shaft clings to her side. Now Dido took Aeneas, there you go, Aeneas with her among her buildings, showed her Sidonian wealth, her walls prepared, and tried to speak, but amid speech grew still. When the day waned, she wanted to repeat the banquet as before, to hear once more, in her wild need, the throes of Ilium. And once more hung on the narrator's words. Afterward, when all the guests were gone, and the dim moon in turn had quenched her light, and setting stars weighed weariness to sleep, alone she mourned in the gray empty hall, and pressed her body on the couch he left. She heard him still, though absent, heard and saw him. Or she would hold Ascanius in her lap. Is that her dog or something? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just seeing Ascanius in her lap. I'm thinking, and I got a dog in my lap right now too. Shout out to Humphrey. Enthralled by him, the image of his father, as though by this ruse to appease a love beyond all telling.
Obviously, maybe like a servant boy or something.
Oh, dang, that's hot.
All right, keep going.
Towers, half built, rose no farther. Men no longer trained in arms or toiled to make harbors of battlements impregnable. Projects were broken off, laid over, and the menacing huge walls with cranes unmoving stood against the sky. That's hard.
It's so hard,
That's
bro.
hard, bro. Just you had me at towers half built. I'm like, well, let's get some motherfuckers working around here. Let's get this shit done. This bitch's heart is holding up a bunch of money that we're supposed to be making out here. That's the way I'm looking at it. All right. Damn. This is a page turner. This is a real page turner, y'all. Shout out to the Dalt. How we doing out there, everybody? The Dalt, right? Hope you guys are enjoying the Aeneid Virgil. Is that it? Virgil?
No, it's Virgil. Virgil's the author. The thing is, it's actually the Aeneid. It's the story of how.
The Aeneid Virgil.
Yeah, there you go. Book 4, The Passion of the Queen.
The Passion of the Queen. Diaboli ordinati intrepidi. All right. Shh. As soon as Jove's dear consort saw the lady prey to such illness, and her reputation standed no longer in the way of passion, Saturn's daughter said to Venus, "Wondrous! Covered yourself with glory, have you not, you and your boy, and won such prizes too? Divine power is something to remember if by collusion of two gods one mortal woman is brought low. I am not blind. Your fear of our new walls has not escaped me. Fear and mistrust of Carthage at her height. But how far will it go? What do you hope for, being so contentious? Why do we not arrange eternal peace and formal marriage? You have your heart's desire, Dido in love, Dido consumed with passion to her core.
To the core.
Why not, then, rule this people side by side with equal authority? And let the queen wait on her Phrygian lord. Let her consign into your hand her Tyrians as a dowry." That's what this bitch said to the other bitch.
For sure.
Now Venus knew this talk was all pretense, all to divert the future power from Italy to Libya, and she answered, "Who would be so mad, so foolish as to shun that prospect or prefer war with you? That is, provided fortune is on the side of your proposal." Yeah, she would want it. I get it. I get it. The fates here are perplexing. Would one city satisfy Jupiter's will for Tyrians and Trojan exiles? Does he approve a union and a mingling of these races? You're his consort. You have every right to sound him out. Go on, and I'll come too. Said, bitch? Bitch? What about this? Oh, yeah, you didn't know that I knew. Okay. But regal Juno pointedly replied, "That task will rest with me just now as to the need of the moment and the way to meet it. Listen, and I'll explain in a few words." Like, listen, bitch, you didn't even let me finish. Aeneas and Dido in her misery planned hunting in the forest. When the Titan sun comes up with rays to light the world, while beaters in excitement ring the glens, my gift will be a black rain cloud and hail, a downpour, and I'll shake heaven with thunder. To company will scatter, lost in gloom, as Dido and the Trojan captain come to one same cavern. I shall be on hand, and if I can be certain you are willing, there I shall marry them and call her his. A wedding this will be. Then Cytherea, not disinclined, nodded to Juno's plea, and smiled at the stratagem now given away. I'm a little confused at that part. Like, did they come to an agreement? Or is it like something that's in secret? Did they just plan did they just plan something secretive?
The gods are always planning something among themselves. So this is what the gods are planning among themselves about the fate of etc. But
How long is this shit? Am I
Alright.
gonna read this whole thing?
Let me see this. Let me see this shit.
Bah.
Alright, so basically what we'll do is like we'll have part of what he was reading sort of fade in to him reading from this part.
Okay.
Alright. Go ahead and read this till the end. Hang on. Like
Hold on, because I was here.
yeah. So he's basically gonna have it fade in to you reading this part.
Yeah, but what about all the shit that I just read?
That's gonna be on there. So like it's gonna be you reading that, and then it's kind of like in a movie whenever people are reading and it fades into like them finishing it. That's what this is gonna.
Yeah,
be.
but what about what I just recorded?
That'll be on there.
Are you just gonna like pop it in at some point?
We'll fade it in. Yeah.
But I'm reading this. Why don't we fade out with this?
That's what I mean.
We're gonna fade out
What do you?
with this, the end, because this is like the ending.
Yeah. Oh, so you want to like bookend the. You want to bookend the.
But
the
then there's
cast?
all this that's in between, though. Doing good?
Yeah. Just give me like 4 seconds of dead air.
On Dido, in her desolation now, grew terror. Wait, yeah, here we go. On Dido, in her desolation now, terror grew at her fate. She prayed for death, being heartsick at the mere sight of heaven. Ugh. That she more surely would perform the act and leave the daylight. Now she saw before her a thing one shudders to recall. On altars fuming with incense, where she placed her gifts, the holy water blackened, the spilt wine turned into blood and mire. Of this she spoke to no one, not to her sister even. Then, too, within the palace was a marble shrine devoted to her one-time lord, a place she held in wondrous honor, all festooned with snowy fleeces and green festive boughs. From this, she now thought voices could be heard and words could be made out. Her husband's words, calling her. When midnight hushed the earth, and lonely on the rooftops the night owl seemed to lament, in melancholy notes, prolonged to a doleful cry. And then, besides, the riddling words of seers in ancient days, foreboding sayings, made her thrill with fear. In nightmare, fevered, she was hunted down by pitiless Aeneid, and she seemed deserted always, uncompanioned always, on a long journey, looking for her Tyrians in desolate landscapes. Sees the oncoming... Whoa. And Pentheus gone mad, sees the oncoming Eumenides. Oh, I can't do that word. Eumenides, right?
Let me see.
It's at the top right there.
That looks like what it is.
All right.
That's what it is.
As Pentheus gone mad sees the oncoming Eumenides and sees a double sun and double Thebes appear. Or as when hounded on the stage, Orestes runs from a mother armed with burning brands, with serpents hellish black. And
Hella black, motherfucker.
hellish black, bro. And in the doorway squat the avenging ones. Whoa, that's capitalized. Avenging ones.
Whoa.
So broken in mind by suffering, Dido caught her fatal madness and resolved to die. She pondered time and means, then visiting her mournful sister, covered up her plan with a calm look, a clear and hopeful brow. Sister, be glad for me. I found a way to bring him back or free me of desire. Near the ocean boundary, near sundown, the Aethiop's farthest territory lies where giant Atlas turns the sphere of heaven studded with burning stars. From there, a priestess of Massilian stock has come. She had been pointed out to me, custodian of that shrine named for daughters of the West, Hesperides. And it is she who fed the dragon, guarding well the holy bow with honey dripping slow and drowsy poppy.
I'm
Chanting-
sleepy. They were smoking opium, dude. Drowsy poppy.
Drowsy poppy.
Drowsy powder.
Chanting her spells, she undertakes to free what hearts she wills, but to inflict on others duress of sad desires, to arrest the flow of rivers, make the stars move backward, call upon the spirits of deep night.
Dang. Sleepy.
You'll see earth shift and rumble underfoot and ash trees walk down mountainsides. Dearest, I swear before the gods and by your own sweet self, it is against my will that I resort for weaponry to magic powers. In secret build up a pyre in the inner court under the open sky, and place upon it the arms that faithless man left in my chambers. All his clothing, and the marriage bed on which I came to grieve. God damn, get it out of here. Solace for me to annihilate all vestige of the man. Vile as he is, my priestess shows me this. Whoa. So this is... Wait, is this intense love or hatred now? Does she still hate him that she loves him so much?
For sure.
Or is he like an unfaithful man?
She's totally overtaken by passion. So basically, the story of Aeneas in relation to Dido, Aeneas, in terms of the relation with Dido is that he ends up in Carthage. He holds court with her and her clad, and basically tells them about how the Trojan War went down, right?
Yeah.
Right. And she falls head over heels in love with him. So now she's aware that he has to leave because he intends to leave.
Right.
Right? Yes? Okay. And so for that reason, she's becoming mad with passion. This is the process of that happening. Just to contextualize.
While she was speaking, cheek and brow grew pale. But Anna could not think her sister cloaked a suicide in these unheard of rites. She failed to see how great her madness was and feared no consequence more grave than Sychaeus' death. So, as commanded, she made the preparations. For her part, the queen, seeing the pyre in her inmost court, accreted huge with pitch pine and sawn ilex, hung all the place under the sky with wreaths, and crowned it with funeral cypress boughs. That's quite the pyre.
Boom.
On the pyre's top, she put a sword he left with clothing, and an effigy on a couch. What? Okay. Her mind fixed now ahead on what would come. Around the pyre stood altars, and the priestess, hair unbound, called in a voice of thunder upon 300 gods. 300.
300
gods.
300 gods. Bang, bang. On Erebus, on Chaos, and on Triple Hecate. Three-faced Diana. Then she sprinkled drops, purportedly from the fountain of Avernus. Rare herbs were brought out, reaped at the new moon by skies of bronze. Wait, yes, yeah. And juicy with a milk of dusky venom. Then the rare love charm or caul torn from the brow of a birthing foal and snatched away before the mother found it. There's like 4-letter words I've never fucking seen before, and I'm just trying to handle it, man. I mean, I know words, man. I know, man. I'll put 3 words into 1 word, but then it's like 3 letters that make up a word. I can't fucking pronounce it.
Yeah.
Almost couldn't pronounce Ilix earlier. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know the feeling.
Okay. Then the rare love charm, or caul torn from the brow of a birthing foal and snatched away before the mother found it. Dido herself, with consecrated grain in her pure hands, as she went near the altars, freed 1 foot from sandal straps, let fall her dress ungirdled, and, now sworn to death, called on the gods and stars that knew her fate. She prayed then to whatever power may care in comprehending justice for the grief of lovers bound unequally by love. The night had come, and weary in every land men's bodies took the boon of peaceful sleep.
Yeah, they did.
The woods and the wild seas had quieted at that hour, and when the stars are in mid-course and every field is still, cattle and birds with vivid wings that haunt the limpid lakes or nest in thickets in the country places, all were asleep under the silent night. Not though the agonizing Phoenician queen. She never slackened into sleep and never allowed the tranquil night to rest upon her eyelids or within her heart. Her pain redoubled. Love came on again, devouring her, and on her bed she tossed in a great surge of anger. So awake, she pressed these questions, musing to herself. Whoa, that's hard. Look now, what can I do? Turn once again to the old suitors, only to be laughed at? Begging a marriage with Numidians, whom I disdain so often? Then what?
Fuck those dudes.
Trail the Ilian ships to follow like a slave? Like commands of Trojans? Seeing them so agreeable in the view of past assistance and relief, so thoughtful their unshaken gratitude? Suppose I wished it. Who permits or takes aboard their proud ships one they so dislike? Poor lost soul, do you not yet grasp or feel the treachery of the line of Laomedon? That's a great question. What then? What then? What then, bitch? Am I to go alone, companion of the exultant? Wait, exultant. That's a new word. Exultant. How do you fucking say that? Am I to go alone, companion of the exultant sailors in their flight?
There you go.
Or shall I set out in their wake with Tyrians, with all my crew close at my side, and send the men I barely tore away from Tyre to sea again?
That option, please.
Making them hoist their sails to more sea winds? No. Die as you deserve. Give pain quietus with a steel blade. Sister, you are the one who gave way to my tears in the beginning, burdened a mad queen with sufferings, and thrust me on my enemy. It was not given to me led my life without a new passion, innocently, the way wild creatures live, and not to touch these depths. The vow I took to the ashes of Sychaeus was not kept. That was pretty deep. That seemed pretty deep.
She's talking about her husband right now.
So she broke out afresh in bitter mournings.
So she's basically like what Aeneas and I have is so much deeper.
Like, bitch, don't act like you know about us.
They're basically running the Bachelor formula right now.
So she broke out afresh in bitter mourning. On his high stern deck, Aeneas, now quite certain of departure, everything ready, took the boon of sleep. In dream the figure of the god returned with looks reproachful as before. He seemed again to warn him, being like Mercury in every way, in voice, in golden hair, and in the bloom of youth. Son of the goddess, sleep away this crisis, can you still? Do you not see the dangers growing around you, madman, from now on? Can you not hear the offshore west wind blow? I can hear it. The woman hatches plots and drastic actions in her heart, resolved on death now, whipping herself to heights of anger.
Man, she crazy.
Will you not be gone in flight while flight is still within your power? Soon you will see the offing boil with ships and glare with torches. Soon again the waterfront will be alive with fires. If dawn comes while you linger in this country, ha! Come break the spell. Woman's a thing forever fitful for and forever changing. Whoa! Woman's a thing forever fitful and forever changing.
Bruh.
Not in 2018, apparently. Not today. I don't know if he knows anything. Is he still alive? Because shit ain't like it was back then. At this, he merged into the darkness. Then as the abrupt phantom filled him with fear, Aeneas broke from sleep and roused his crewmen. Up! Turn out now, oarsmen! Take your thwarts! Shake out sail. Look here. For the second time, a god from heaven's high air is goading me to hasten our breakaway, to cut the cables. Holy One, wherever God you are, we go with you. We act on your command most happily. Be near, graciously help us. Make the stars in heaven propitious once again. Wait, be near, graciously help us. Make the stars in heaven propitious ones. Propitious ones. Dang. He pulled his sword a flash out of its sheath and struck at the strewn hawser. All the men were gripped by his excitement to be gone and hauled and hustled. Ships cast off their moorings, and an array of hulls hid inshore water as oarsmen churned up foam and swept to sea.
Churned up foam. They got the hell.
Churned up foam,
Dude, that's so old school. Like, dude, we churned up.
Damn, man, that still happens. Like the foam from the water,
Yeah,
the sand and
yeah,
shit. Like
yeah,
it's still
yeah.
still churning out there, but nobody ever fucking puts that shit on paper.
For sure.
Soon, early dawn, quitting the saffron bed of old Tithonus, cast new light on earth. And as air grew transparent from her tower, the queen caught sight of the ships on the seaward reach, with sails full and the wind astern. She knew the waterfront now empty, bare of oarsmen, beating her lovely breast 3 times, 4 times, and tearing her golden hair. "O Jupiter," she said, "will this man go? Will he have mocked my kingdom, stranger that he was and is?"
Dang.
Man.
Dude, she's...
Will they not
She
snatch
pissed.
up arms and follow him from every quarter of the town? And dockhands tear our ships from moorings. On. Be quick with torches. Give out arms. Unship the oars. What am I saying? Where am I? What madness takes me out of myself? Dido, poor soul, your evil doing has come home to you. Then was the right time when you were offered him a royal scepter. See the good faith and honor of one they say bears with him everywhere, the hearth gods of this country. One who bore his father, spent with age, upon his shoulders. Could I not then have torn him limb from limb and flung the pieces on the sea? His company, even Ascanius, could I not have minced and served up to his father as a feast?
I'm telling you, she's willing to go to the ends, bro. Willing to go to the ends.
Mince it up and feed it to his father.
Dude.
Blah. Savagery.
Shout out to Dido.
The luck of the battle might have been in doubt. So let it have been. Whom had I to fear, being sure to die? That's a great question. I could have carried torches into his camp, filled passageways with flame, annihilated father and son and followers, and given my own life on top of all. Oh, son, scanning with flame all works of earth, and thou, O Juno, witness and go-between of my long miseries, and Hecate, screeched for a night at crossroads in the cities, and thou, avenging Furies, and all gods on whom Elisa dying may call, take notice, overshadow this hell with your high power, as I deserve, and hear my prayer. If by necessity that impious wretch must find his haven and come safe to land, if so Jove's destinies require, and this his end in view must stand, yet all the same, when hard beset in war by a brave people, forced to go outside his boundaries and torn from Iulus, let him beg assistance. Let him see the unmerited deaths of those around and with him. And accepting peace on unjust terms, let him not, even so, enjoy his kingdom or the life he longs for, but fall in battle before his time and lie unburied on the sand. This I implore. This is my last cry. As my blood flows, then, O my Tyrians, besiege with hate his progeny and all his race to come. Make this your offering to my dust. No love, no pact must be between our peoples. No, but rise up from my bones, avenging spirit. Harry, with fire and sword, the Dardan countrymen, now or hereafter, at whatever time, the strength will be afforded. Coast with coast in conflict, I implore, and sea with sea, and arms with arms. May they contend in war, themselves and all the children of their children. That's like a super death prayer. Is it not?
Yeah.
That's like the most death. That's like the most dead wishing prayer I've ever heard. There was a whole page of prayer that they just don't let this dude ever be happy without me. Right?
I don't disagree.
Now she took thought of one way or another, at the first chance to end her hated life, and briefly spoke to Barce, with 2 dots above the E, who had been Psycheus' nurse.
She's rounding up the girls, dude.
Her own an urn of ash.
She's rounding them
her
up.
Ancient fatherland.
She wants to know with whom their loyalty lies, bro, or something.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Dear nurse, tell Sister Anna to come here, and have her quickly bedew herself with running water before she brings out victims for atonement. Let her come that way, and to you too put on pure wool round your brows, I have a mind to carry out that right Stygian Jove that I have readied here, and put an end to my distress, committing to the flames the pyre of that miserable Dardan. What's a Dardan?
Darden.
Dardan? Anyways.
Yeah, I don't know.
At this, with an old woman's eagerness, Bars hurried away, and Dido's heart beat wildly at the enormous thing afoot. She rolled her bloodshot eyes. Her quivering cheeks were flecked with red.
She was pretty much Blake right now.
As her sick pallor grew before her coming death. Into the court she burst her way. Then at her passion's height she climbed the pyre and bared the Dardan sword. A gift desired once, for no such need. Her eyes now on the Trojan clothing there, in the familiar bed she paused a little, weeping a little, mindful, then lay down and spoke her last words.
Right on, right?
Nice.
Remnants dear to me, while God and fate allowed it, take this breath and give me respite from these agonies.
The agony.
I lived my life out to the very end and passed the stages fortune had appointed. Now my tall shade goes to the underworld. I built a famous town, saw my great walls, avenged my husband, made my hostile brother pay for his crime.
Yeah, she did. Oh, man.
Happy, alas, too happy. If only the Dardanian Niels had never beached on our coast. And here she kissed the bed.
No kidding.
I die unavenged, she said, but let me die. This way, a blessed relief to go into the undergloom.
Undergloom is such a tight word. That's tight.
Let the cold
Undergloom.
Trojan far
It's a
at
great
sea.
translation.
Let the cold Trojan far at sea drink his conflagration,
There you go.
and take with him the omen of my death. Just let him go fucking have his fun. But know that I am dead.
Dear you, she did.
Be drunk, motherfucker. Guess what? I'm about to die. Amid these words, her household people saw her crumpled over the steel blade, and the blade, aflush with red blood, drenched her hands. A scream pierced the high chambers. Now through the shocked city, rumor went rioting, and wails and sobs with women's outcry echoed in the palace, and heaven's high air gave back the beating din, as though all Carthage or old Tyre fell to storming enemies, and out of hand flames billowed on the roofs of men's and gods. Her sister heard and trembled, faint with terror, lacerating at her face, beating her breast, ran through the crowd to call the dying queen. It came to this then, sister! You deceived me. The pyre meant this, altars and fires meant this. What shall I mourn first, being abandoned? Did you scorn your sister's company in death? She's like, bitch, like, you didn't even think about me before killing yourself? Like, now I don't have my sister anymore, you stupid bitch.
Yep.
You should have called me out to the same fate. Damn.
I would have gone with
Like,
you.
damn, if you're gonna die, I'm gonna die, bitch. Like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck, bitch? Like,
Say bitch one more time.
bitch!
All right.
Bitch! What's my favorite word? Bitch! Why they gotta say it like short? Bitch! Sorry. The same blade's edge and hurt at the same hour should have taken us off. It's like that. Put that blade through me too. With my own hands, had I to build this pyre, and had I to call upon our country's gods, that in the end, with you placed on it here, oh heartless one, I should be absent. Absent, like I can't even be here when you die.
Right.
Like damn, like
Like
I have to
she's
find
she's
you
upset.
dead.
She's upset.
Like I could have gone through this with you. Like we could have called on the same gods together. Like, man,
Right. So
you have put to death yourself and me, the people and the fathers bred in Sidon, and your own new city. Give me fresh water. Let me bathe her wound and catch upon my lips any last breath hovering over hers. Oh. Now she had climbed the topmost steps and took her dying sister into her arms to cherish with a sob, using her dress to stanch the dark blood flow. But Dido, trying to lift her heavy eyes, fainted again. So she wasn't even dead?
you just keep reading.
Her chest wound whistled air. Holy shit. 3 times. She struggled up on one elbow and each time fell back on the bed. Her gaze went wavering as she looked for heaven's light and groaned at finding it. Almighty Juno, filled with pity for this long ordeal and difficult passage, now sent Iris down out of Olympus to set free the wrestling spirit from the body's hold. For since she died, not at her fated span, nor as she merited, but before her time inflamed and driven mad, Proserpina had not yet plucked from her the golden hair, delivering her the orchis of the Styx. I think I read that right, but I don't understand one bit of it. So humid Iris, though bright heaven flew on saffron yellow wings, and in her train 1,000 hues shimmered before the sun. At Dido's head she came to rest. This token, sacred to Dis, I bear away as bidden, and free you from your body. Saying this, she cut a lock of hair. Along with it, her body's warmth fell into dissolution, and out into the winds her life withdrew.
It's brutal, right?
So
Yeah,
sick.
it was. There's layers of brutal. Brutal trying to fucking read it, and it's a brutal story once I like comprehended it.
It's crazy.
Very exciting.
It's crazy though, right? Like people have been dealing with the issues.
Love is
issues
a
surrounding love for.
love is a
so
battlefield. Love is a battlefield.
It's certainly nerve wracking, right? And what a story about the passions too. What a story it tells about the grip of the passions. Terrific example. So you're playing your Simic deck right now.
Yeah, I'm still in passion mode right now, bro.
Right?
I'm
Isn't
not,
it?
I'm like
Yeah.
not out of like
how
this
do we
epic
how do we
poem,
talk
like-
how do we talk about
it's
magic
hard to
after
fucking segue into
yeah.
magic now
Yeah.
that I'm like all fucking I'm all fucking passioned up. My loins are
We're-
hurting.
Where are you on this, Blake?
I'm about a 6 on the passion scale. Out of 6.
All right.
I'm at about 300.
300. 350.
I don't know. My dick wiggled a little. So is that like a 6, a 7? What is that?
That's around a 7.
That's a personal thing. I don't know.
Dick wiggling is relative.
Blake's got his dragon sleeves. He's probably playing
Ew.
He's probably playing a
That's a
dragon
dragon.
deck.
I would just like to say that me and Blake played the other night, and while I won't say all that went on, I will say that he beat my ass about 4 times in a row, about 5 times, and I
Yeah.
was like,
well, at least tell me more about what went on.
it was late. We played until about 2 in the morning, but he got over there kind of late.
Yeah.
Well, we listened. Okay, we listened to Mike Patton's Suspended Animation.
Phantomas.
It was Phantomus.
Yeah.
Hey, Phantomas is cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to King Buzzo.
Shout out to the Melvins. I like that band.
Tight.
Cool.
I was playing a show with this band Drown while like the venue next door to us, the Melvins were playing.
Ah, dude, that
Nice.
sucks.
Like,
That sucks.
and it was like a little show for them too. But and it's like, like I was filling in for this band Drown from Houston, and they're like just some, whatever fucking hardcore band.
yeah, right.
Like
right,
local, like today's hardcore, quote unquote, rabbit ears, fingers. And it's like, hey, yeah, I'm in this band over here. I'm like, well, what do I come over there and fucking talk to him about, whatever. Try to look cool while I'm standing around a bunch of like 20-year-olds
Yeah.
in camo shorts.
Yeah. Sure.
But that was cool. One of those just in passings, you see somebody like cool, but they don't know you. Oh yeah, here we go. Man,
Cutting Dalton's
so
deck.
I enjoyed reading that. I enjoyed reading. I mean, like, that's something that I'd have to like.
It seems like a ubiquitous theme, doesn't it? Like the group
I don't know
the
what
passions have.
ubiquitous means, but
Just that it's been
It's around all the time.
yeah.
yeah, it's just
It's like
really,
what I said earlier.
It's just they taking the long way to get to. I could have shortened that shit real quick.
It's not really the-
summarized.
It's not really the long
I know
way,
it's
but-
about. It's not about really the. It's really about the build up.
It's about the journey.
It's the build up, and it's all the little details that make it.
Sure,
passionate.
absolutely. Like, for example, the fact that she says that like what she has with her husband isn't as deep as what she has with Aeneid.
Yeah.
So that's
Man, I'll keep.
Alright.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
all right.
We
and then
ready.
we will roll for first.
Roll that again. Landed on the
Alright.
cord.
I rolled a 6.
Damn. Hold on.
4.
4.
The 5.
And I will take first turn, draw, play
I love that Blake.
play a
is-
planes,
Blake
and
is
pass my turn.
Not going first.
I'm going second now.
No, you're not.
And
No, you're not.
Hurry up,
It's
Dalton.
my turn.
Hurry up, Dalton.
We're going like this.
okay.
Yeah, dude.
Clockwise, like
Why?
we always do.
Yeah.
You know?
Why? What are you trying to do?
Yeah,
Blake?
you always.
Oh, sorry.
He's
I'm on Australian rules right now.
He's
dude.
trying to cheat before he even takes his first turn. It's
Blake only watches
unbelievable.
YouTube videos with under 200 views.
I'll end my turn.
Under 200
or
views.
over 2 million views.
Oh, right.
Go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna draw.
How many cards do you have in your hand,
Play
Blake?
planes. Tap them both. Deploy
7.
Topen Freeblade, a 2/2.
A Topen Freeblade.
Human creature with renown
Whoa,
1,
whoa.
and it's vigil. And it has
Are
Vigilance.
you
vigilance.
playing a white deck over there? You're playing a white-blue deck, aren't you?
Nope. I'm just playing a straight Wyatt.
Woo!
I'm coming at you guys with humans. All right, go ahead, Dalton.
Dang,
Human.
I should have made. I tried to make a human. That's one of the decks that I tried to make the other night when I played with Blake, and I got whooped.
I mean, dude,
Yeah.
what? By this same dragon deck or whatever Blake's got cooking up right here. Right here.
He can cook up all he wants. Okay. Brip, brip, brip.
Plays an island.
Playing an island.
There's the island.
There's the island, and I'm gonna go ahead and play a Wall of Roots.
There's a wall of roots.
Wall of Roots is an 05 defender. Put a -0, -1 counter on Wall of Roots. Add a forest to your mana pool. Activate this ability only once each turn.
Cool.
Okay.
In my turn.
Okay. Play a mountain. Play Sylvan Caryatid. A 0/3 defender with hexproof. Tap to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool.
Okay.
Exciting.
Okay.
So I'm gonna draw, untap, all that good stuff.
Can we have a safety meeting?
I'm gonna play
Safety?
a land.
For what's safe?
That's
Uh,
safety. Feel me?
Okay.
We need to have a meeting about it. Feel me?
I'm feeling you.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna play a plains. I'm gonna tap 3 to play Fiend Hunter.
Fiend Hunter.
I'm gonna exile Blake's creature.
It's hexproof.
Ow!
No kidding.
Yeah, no kidding.
Then I'm exiling your creature. Doug.
Fuck!
Sorry, that's just the way it's got to go. And then I'm gonna go ahead and attack Dalton for 2.
Wow! I mean, I gotta take it.
All right.
Let me just get my damn.
Get my damn dice
Let me
out.
get my dang dice out. Nobody else has dice out. What's up?
I got some dice. You need some dice?
No, I got some dice, but nobody has their life
I,
counters
I
out.
did just notice we don't have dice, but dude, I've been distracted. I mean, I've been thinking about stuff like,
I've been
oh,
thinking
hey,
about-
like, man, what do you think it must feel like to be that dude,
Here, you can use
to be
this one.
Dido's husband? You know what I mean? Like that.
Apparently, he
Dang,
doesn't
dude.
give a fuck.
Yeah,
Apparently,
whoa,
he's just
whoa.
out, with his conflagrations and
That's
you
true.
know,
That's
he's
true.
Just out there, just know, bitch, like, go ahead, go out there and drink, but I'm about to be dead, and I don't know you don't care. But I'm gonna kill myself on this big ass
I
pyre
don't
for you.
give a fuck about your shit, dude.
All right.
I'm at 18.
I'm at 20, and Blake's also at 20 because we haven't really done anything yet.
Boo, boo.
All right, it's your turn, Dalton.
All right, here we go. And we're back to Dalton's turn. Shout out to the Dalt right out there. How we doing? How we not doing?
Breaking
Let's
news.
get-
It is now Dalton's turn. All right.
This
Please
just
be
in.
advised.
This just in.
It is Dalton's turn.
It's my turn. Shout out to the Dalt right 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, maybe 4 times. Here we go.
Yeah,
Diabolos.
we're out here outside the place, and it's about it looks like it's Dalton's turn right now.
Yeah,
and,
we're out here at Dalton's turn. It's looking pretty grand. Not sure what he's gonna do, but
Not
we're
sure
out
what-
here. We'll keep you updated.
We'll keep you posted. I'll let you know as soon as I find out more information.
It takes it's already taken Dalton 45 seconds just to tap his lands. He finally
Untap my lands, you know what I mean? Know what I mean? Know what I mean?
plays a forest.
Let's go ahead and put the old Simic Flux Mage out.
Okay.
In my turn.
Flux-tastic. Okay. All right. Play forest. Play Flint of Boar. And it gets +1. +1 as long as I control mountain, and I can pay a mountain to give it haste until end of turn. Now it's a 3/3. I'm giving it haste until end of turn. And I'm gonna swing at Dalton for 3.
Ew! I mean, I'm gonna block it.
Okay. Okay.
What does it have?
That's a 3/3.
Boo.
Boo. And then I'll tap for Elvish Mystic. And then
What?
Pass turn.
All right, untap, draw. Play a plains.
Ow!
Turn 4. 4
I got a
plains.
blister on my knee from being on my knees,
Why were you on your
Doing
knees,
what?
dude?
working, building a stage for some cheerleading competition.
I mean, we all, yeah.
Oh, I just
For some
farted.
cheerleaders.
I was on my knees for some cheerleaders
All right.
for a cheerleading competition. But it was brutal. I got so dirty that day.
Screw it. I'm
Tell
gonna
me
go
more.
for extreme board
It was very
presence right
passionate. It was very passionate.
now. Fiend Slayer Paladin.
Dang, shit.
Attack Dalton for 3.
What is happening here,
He's not fucking around.
dude? What?
Fiend Slayer
All right, and then I'll-
Paladin.
Blood? What are you?
I'll go ahead and pass the turn to
Dude,
Dalton
Fiend
right
Slayer.
now.
Yeah, and we're
Paladin.
back to my damn turn again. God damn. Let me draw something good here. Yes. Okay. Bradao. Satyr.
Bradao.
Grove Dancer. Put a counter on it.
It.
Nice.
And end my turn.
Nice. Okay.
You guys are saying nice because my turn is done.
Yeah,
Basically.
pretty much.
That's like a world record turn length for Dalton.
Attack Dalton for 3 again.
Block it.
Okay. Cool.
Satyr Grove Dancer dies. and
Bye-bye.
so does my counter.
Play a Flame Blade Angel. 4/4 flying. Whenever a source an opponent controls deals damage to you or a permanent you control, you may have Flame Blade Angel deal 1 damage to that source's controller. So, a
Dang.
source
A
Dang.
source.
deal 1 damage. Yeah.
All right.
All right. In my turn.
All right.
I
Untap,
don't like that synergy.
draw, play a plains. I'm at 5.
5 planes. That is.
A damage to you,
Play
not to.
Audric, Master Tactician
Ooh.
for 4.
Oh yeah.
Attack Dalton for 3, 5, and 6. That's right.
Okay.
You're down to 6. Well, you're down 6, not down to 6. I don't know what you're at. What are you at now?
11.
All right. Enough hitting on Dalton for me right now.
Yeah, man.
I'm coming for Blake now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Or would I reveal my strategy so transparently like that? Who knows? Stay tuned. All right.
Perhaps.
Is it? Yeah. I'm done. My turn's over.
Num num num.
I'm eating some.
Dalton's eating some peanut butter M&Ms
I'm
right
eating
now.
peanut butter M&Ms right now.
During his turn, nonetheless.
That's why his mouth's all sticky and smacking.
Yeah.
Dalton was trying to give M&Ms to his dog earlier,
No,
and
I
I
was
was
not,
like,
I
I
swear
was
to
like,
God.
dude, you cannot do that, okay?
I would never do
You can't do that, dude.
I was not. Listen, I don't feed dogs people food.
Hey, fuck it. Pass me one of those.
There you go. They're fucking delicious. Okay. It's my turn. Again. Damn. Okay. I'm just gonna end my turn.
Wow. Nothing. Okay.
Right? Very suspicious.
Interesting.
Yeah,
You hit Jareth for 4 flying.
all right. Down to 18.
Okay. Bill Fire Dragon.
Whoa, man.
Flying whenever Bill Fire Dragon deals combat damage to a player, it deals that much damage to each creature that player controls.
Yikes.
For a 6/6. Yeah.
Yikes.
Owie. Okay, and that's it.
All right, untap. Draw. Feeling kind of weird, but let's see if we
Man,
can
I
make
don't
something
see
cool happen
myself-
here.
I don't see myself lasting much longer in this game.
Play a Lightwalker.
Lightwalker.
Let me think. And then I'm just gonna come at Blake with the Fiend Slayer, Paladin, Topin Freeblade, Fiend Hunter, and Audric Master Tactician. I get to choose
You
how
get to
your
choose which
creatures
is block.
Yes.
and how they block.
Yeah.
And I will choose that none of your motherfucking creatures block.
Okay, cool.
And you're gonna be taking all of that. 5, 6,
Yes.
9,
Okay.
and then I take 9 or something, or what? How many do I take?
You gain 2.
All right.
And you take 4
4.
from Flameblade
Right.
Angel.
That's what I was talking about. Flameblade Angel.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then I'll go ahead and pass the turn to Dalton.
Hello again.
Welcome.
At your instep, I'm gonna tap these 4 and play Horizon Chimera, which is it has flash, flying, and trample. Whenever you draw a card, you gain 1 life. So I'm going to untap, draw a card, and gain 1 life. Eee! There we go.
Putting it up on the board.
Put it on the board.
Show
yes!
me 1 life. Ooh, we had discard your whole hand. Mm-hmm.
So what's it gonna be, Dalton?
I'm thinking real quick. Ooh, should I do it?
So Blake, if you have to, who would you say you related more to, Anna or Dido? Which of the
Dido.
sisters? Dude, you think you're a Dido?
Oh, I got it.
Dude,
I got
you
it.
strike.
I'm so emo.
You strike me as a drama queen for sure. What's up over there, Dalton? You thought
Hey,
about?
Ooh. I'm gonna attack you for 3 in the air.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh man. I have to take it
Okay.
at 13.
Then I'm gonna play Kiora, Master of the Depths, Planeswalker.
Okay.
I'm gonna add.
A loyalty counter.
I'm gonna add 1. I'm gonna untap 1 land and 1 creature, because that's its ability for the +1. And then I'm gonna tap this land and play Slitherblade. So now what I've done is I've attacked. I think I played that perfectly for what I have in my hand. Played this before my upkeep. Drew the card, gained a life, attacked, played my Planeswalker, untapped it so I have him as a blocker, my flyer. Untap the creature, untap the land.
You're such a genius.
Play my
Dalton.
Slitherblade for 1.
You're ready. You're ready for Toronto Invitationals.
Yo, I'm fortifying right now because you guys are fucking my shit up over here. Basically,
thorough.
this Simic deck is just not as strong as it needs
Very
to be.
efficient.
I have to be right now. I'm in my turn.
All right.
Oh shit!
Maximum efficiency.
Somebody get that Balefire
George.
Dragon off the fucking battlefield.
Elvish Mystic.
I don't think we really stand a chance on getting it.
Let's see here. Attack 6 at Jareth, 4 at Kiora, 3 at these dudes, and that's it.
And I'm gonna cast Artful Maneuver on that angel that's attacking your Planeswalker, Dalton.
Okay.
I'll take the 6 from Balefire Dragon.
I
so
just
I'm at
blocked.
And it
7.
deals 6 to each
I
of your
block it.
creatures. Okay.
this
And
guy
then all my
dies.
creatures have been destroyed by Blake
Um,
and his
You're
shit.
blocking Flinthoof Boar. Yeah, it has flying, so just block it. All right.
Thank you, Blake. Yes, I know it's
And
a flyer blocking a flyer.
yeah, but whenever you deal damage
to you, combat damage to you, not to
or,
it.
or a permanent you control, it's a permanent, so you're taking 1 from blocking it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm taking 3 from this,
Yeah.
so I'm taking 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. And
Yo, give me that, please.
that's it.
All right.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Okay.
All right. Untap. Draw. Damn. Not much I can really make happen right now. Humans eventually slow you up. You know what they say? And then I'll just go ahead and play Honden of Cleansing Fire. And in my turn.
All right, welcome back, y'all, to ya boys' turn. Here we go. Oh, sick. I'm gonna go ahead and play. Let's see here. I gotta think about this.
I mean, Blake's just got an insane board presence right now.
I'm gonna -2.
He ramped up for his dragons. I mean, a typical strategy perhaps, but boy has he worked his way into mastering it.
I'm gonna -2 for Kiora, and I'm gonna reveal the top 4 cards of my library. You may put a creature card and or a land card
Ooh, and or
from
Land
among
card.
them into your hand. Put the rest into your graveyard. I'm gonna go ahead and put Elvish Visionary. I revealed a Simic Goldgate, Slitherblade, Botanical Sanctum, and an Elvish Visionary. I'm gonna take Elvish Visionary and Botanical Sanctum and put the rest in my graveyard.
what's the name of the spell that you cast?
I didn't cast a spell.
Oh, right,
It was
okay.
for my Planeswalker, Kiora.
Kiora's
Okay.
-2.
It's her -2 ability.
Got you.
So I'm gonna play my land. I'm gonna play my Elvish Visionary. Draw a card.
Okay.
Yes. And
Damn indeed. Blake is Blake is stormed, just ramped up for his dragons, dude. He's got 3 of these Sylvan Caryatids, right? Oh man, hexproof defenders that tap for mana. It's from an older set too, man.
Let me see.
Blake's on firm footing with these, man. That's for sure. 03 defenders. There's so much. They're so worth. I know that like Elvish Mystics, like the great underlaborer. They're the great underlaborer, but man,
who's the underlaborer?
The Elvish Mystic.
Just
man.
doing all the work, you know.
Yeah.
Tapping all the mana.
I don't like it.
I like those defenders though. Those are tough.
Okay. Your boy's turn is over.
Your boy's turn.
Yeah, boy.
It's me, your boy, and it's me's turn.
What's up, you guys? Just shout out to
Elvish
Sean Rass.
Visionary, draw a card. Okay. Flint Hoof Boar. Give it haste. Let's see.
Why live under delusions, gentlemen?
Attack. And then just at you. Just
So
these at you.
I gotta take the 4.
And then these at you.
I am eliminated from the game.
Whoa. Really?
Yeah, dude. You swung at me early too, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm attacking you for 7 right now.
Well, I'm gonna block. This is only. Wait.
A 3. It's a 3/3.
Why?
Because it gives +1/+1 because I control a mountain.
Okay, well I block it with the Elvish Visionary.
All right, and then you take 4 flying, and then you take 1 from the damage. So 5.
So fat.
Okay.
That's it for
That's it, Blake.
Ouch. Dalton is making really weird noises, and he's going into some fit. Try to keep it in, bro. Try to keep it in. How many cards do you have in your hand? Like 9?
Oh shit.
What?
No, nothing. Yo, okay, hold up. All right. Okay. -2 ability for cure again, revealing the top 4. Beep doot deep doot deep doot 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 beep 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 beep.
Oh dang, dude.
Okay.
He's about to bring down one of your flyers, bro, for sure. Oh wait, but it has to be creature and or land.
Right. So I'm gonna put a Naga Vitalist in my hand, and I'm gonna put this island into my hand, and I'm gonna put Fertile Thicket and Fade into Iniquity into my graveyard.
Fade into Antiquity.
Okay. This is wild. All right. I'm gonna play my island. I've got 6 lands now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That resolves.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, you think you're gonna do something with that, Blake? That whatever that card is that I can't see? Because I just saw it, and I don't care what the fuck you think. Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I'm wide open.
He is wide open.
What do you mean you're wide open?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Just go ahead.
I would like to. Well, I know. I have to do this. I have to Kefnet's last word. Your Balefire Dragon.
Ooh.
What is that?
Okay.
That is gain control of target artifact, creature, or enchantment. Lands you control don't untap during your next untap step. I'll be taking your fucking Balefire Dragon now, Blake.
All right.
Thank you.
Dang, dude. He sauced
it's
you
tapped.
good on that one.
No, it's
Blake.
not.
Yeah, it is.
It comes onto the battlefield under my control.
It's tapped
Why?
because you just gain control of it.
No. If it enters the battlefield under his control, it does not enter.
It has
tapped.
summoning sickness.
It's tapped, dude.
No, it's not.
You gain control of it, but it's tapped. That's how.
I don't think
works.
that's how it
Yeah.
is, man. I think
I
these
don't
are
think
just
that's how it
Blake's
is
rules.
either.
These are
think
Blake's
he knows.
rules.
I think he knows that. Like, oh, I don't want him to block that.
Yeah. What do you,
I'm gonna die next turn anyway, so I gain control of it, and it's not tapped. How about that?
And here we go.
Okay.
It's true. I mean, if you think about it,
And honestly, it wouldn't really matter. Even if you did attack me with it, it's not gonna matter.
Why?
the game
I'm
is
gonna
over.
play a Naga Vitalist.
Dalton,
It
you have no
really does
chance.
come in tapped, but even if you did attack,
It doesn't
It's
come in
not gonna
tapped. Why does it
do
come in
anything.
tapped? I'm
'Cause
attacking
you-
for one, and it can't be blocked.
all right, I take one, and then you take one.
Shit.
And that's how that goes.
Oh, okay. The game's over, but
Yeah.
The game is definitely over.
Boring Klex.
Oh,
Let's do that. Let's have
Vornixlex.
Yeah.
Dude, straight like 7 or 8 drop banger, bro. Vornixlex is
Vornixlex,
brutal.
Voice of Hunger. Oh my goodness, I have to read this. Has legendary creature, Praetor. What is a Praetor, bro? It has trample. Whenever you tap a land for mana, add 1 mana to your mana pool of any type that land produced. This is what I need. This is what I need in my Simic deck, bro.
Definitely.
Well, this is definitely Gruul.
it's
also.
a Simic card as well.
Whenever an opponent taps a land for mana, that land doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Oh my god. How much is this card?
No telling. No telling.
How much is Vornixlex, bro?
Dude, Vornixlex is crazy, though. Didn't I give you that card?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Vornixlex.
Why'd
hardly
you give that to him?
I hardly ever play with green, so I just handed it off to Blake. I know Blake plays with a lot of green.
I almost feel like this game was less like, I don't know. I just feel like we had a better time reading the passionate love poem. It was like less impactful than that damn poem that we were reading.
Hey, let's-
like this game was less impactful.
Let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater, man. I think that was a decent game. Blake just fucking took advantage of the fact that I didn't have any flyers.
not throw the baby out with the bathwater.
He just put the whooping on us really
Yeah,
fast.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
all that happened.
Dude, I thought you were about to put the whooping on us, honestly.
With humans,
Yeah.
I don't think that would stand a chance. I knew as soon as I saw the sleeves, I just knew Blake was playing with a dragon deck.
Fuck your dragon.
He's got like these like 9-headed red dragons on his sleeves.
Dragons are burninating the countryside.
Oh yeah,
Scorched Earth.
dude.
Scorched Earth Palace.
Dude, do you guys remember that band Enslaved?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, what was the name of their album that they had released in like 03, 04? Like From the Lights or Below the
Below
Lights?
the Lights.
Such a great fucking record,
Awesome.
dude. Such a great record. I heard
Queen
that.
of Night.
I heard
dude.
that like 2 or 3 days ago for the first time in several years, and dude, staying power.
Yeah.
Staying power.
It's really good.
Staying power. Yeah, for sure. That first track, how it just sort of like changes gears all of a sudden and goes into that kind of like breaky sort of riff. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think of that band Enslaved?
They're awesome. I like Queen of Night on that album.
Yeah, dude.
It's
Super
pretty
super
sweet.
magic friendly. Not to shill out for him, but shout out to those dudes. Enslaved. I
Shout out to Enslaved, bro. I love that album.
I once saw y'all play with Motorhead of all bands for free
I saw
during
y'all-
South by Southwest.
I saw y'all play with the Faceless and
an even more rando show.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty sweet.
Yeah, if you're a Magic fan, you'll probably dig Enslaved. Go check them out. Been around since the 90s. Below the Lights is tight, but their earlier stuff is way more Magic friendly. For sure. Dalton checking his he's checking in with
My
the Dalt right.
device.
He's checking in with the Dalt right up on Twitter right now.
All right, take action. I need you to fave all my tweets now.
Now.
Dude, he's becoming bold with passion, bro. He'll pretty soon go mad. He's really upset about having lost that game so quickly.
He's boiling.
Yo.
The rage is boiling. The salt is real.
Yeah, the salt is real.
The Dalt is real.
I don't know, man.
There's salty and then there's Dalty.
Yeah, so what have we learned today? We've learned that
What have we learned today? I've learned a few new words. Like Ilix. And,
Ilex.
And Phoebus.
I've merely confirmed what I've already learned long ago, that dragons are an extreme advantageous match for a battle against humans. And I guess a Simic deck if you can't get it off the ground on the battlefield yet. I don't know. I also learned that Dalton's...
Wait, I don't like how you just fucking said that. I don't understand. I don't know what this get off the ground. Listen, you're fucking humans, bro. You guys stay on the fucking ground, okay? But what were you about to say that you learned about me?
Well, fuck it now, dude. You coming at me? Forget about it.
Shit.
Y'all coming at
man.
me?
No,
I'm
no,
coming
no,
at
what I...
Come
All right. No, what I was gonna say was that I learned that Dalton's actually a pretty decent orator. So if you want someone to come read to your kids,
Wait,
Dalton,
what?
Dalton's your man.
What did you say that I was?
What? What are you talking
I'm a
about?
pretty good what?
You're a pretty decent orator, is what I said.
I'm a good orator.
Yeah, you're
You're good at locution.
You're good at reading aloud.
Yo, what the fuck did you just say, Blake?
I just felt that at times you had like the perfect inflection on a lot of that stuff, and it just came together so well. But yeah, it's a crazy fucking passage from an interesting ancient story. But yeah, that just the sense that the passions
I
just,
have great elocution.
Yeah. Dude, I want you to read some Egyptian mythology or something, and then we could have like drum chanting in the background beneath it or something.
no, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
It will when we go to.
I guess I've learned that I'm a
Amonkhet.
great orator today.
We could have the Amonkhet game where we just listen to Nile while we play.
Yeah.
And like we just play like only Amonkhet set cards.
Yeah.
Lash to the slave stick.
Hit us up. Let us know what you think about that idea.
Yeah.
I mean, man. All right, Dalton's actually wearing a Nile shirt right now. What's your favorite Nile album?
Bro. Annihilation of the Wicked.
All right.
Well, dude, it's hard to say.
Annihilation of the Wicked, dude. Yeah.
All right.
Yo, man, that's
Yeah.
so heavy. Yo, you
If
get-
the
you're
phallic is good.
Yo, It the Phallic, bro. Language of the Shadows is such a tight song on that. Eat of the Dead on that. Well,
Dead.
well, well, jump, 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 well, jump, well, jump, well, jump, jump. That's like eat of the dead. So fucking good, bro.
Ouch. Well, we had to let him get that one out.
Yeah,
first.
let me get that out. Sorry, thank you, bro. You just got me started on
Team
Nile.
Nile.
Yo, but I
Yeah.
mean, dude, It the Phallic, the one that they just, what is it, Kafir? No.
I don't know.
Those who we've come to detest, right? That's
Those
the name
whom
of
the gods detest.
Those whom the gods detest. That album, bro.
Yeah.
That the fourth era of Dagon or whatever the song on that fucking thing, track 5 or 4. Forget about it, bro.
Forget about
Forget
it.
about it.
Forget
Forget
about
about
it.
Wait, when did that drop?
Those who the god that it was after Ithyphallic and before Slaves of Zul or some shit like that, or like.
Well, I don't know shit about Nile, honestly. Like,
Man, apparently I don't either. I'm trying to think of this damn album title, but I know that it went Annihilation of the Wicked after what is that one with oh man, with Sarcophagus on it, the Black Seeds of Vengeance. That's the name of the album.
I don't know shit about it. So
Black Seeds of Vengeance.
how long have they been around?
90s at least.
A couple decades, yeah.
Late 80s. I would put money on it that they've been together since the 80s.
And they've always been that variety of death metal.
Bro,
that
they
are,
put out
like,
some. They came out with some weird album recently that they didn't come out with it, but it's like old tracks that were released.
Sure.
And it is a crazy sounding Nile. It was like mid 90s Nile, and it's like something from the Catacombs or some shit like that. I don't know, but it's really tight.
Did you ever see that video where Carl Sanders gets in a battle with some Orthodox Christian guy in Russia or something?
No, he doesn't get enough. He gets in between.
Yeah.
This dude is trying to literally it's over.
They're
some
on tour with Belphegor or something like that.
Yeah. And it's like this dude that he's being a mediator for a fight that's about to pop off for some religion shit, straight up and it's like at an airport or something.
Some airport.
Yeah, and they're
airport.
They're just trying to get to their cab and it's like Carl Sanders and his big thick fucking neck and his stringy fucking
Who's
blonde
Carl
hair.
Sanders?
He's the guitar
The
player.
guitar
from
player,
Nile.
and he does a lot of the vocals too.
Yeah.
So
I love Carl Sanders' vocals.
But I know. So that older stuff that you were just talking about, is it still in the same sort of style where they play a lot of
Rot. I think it's called
Mediterranean style stuff? I know that was their thing. Right?
Yeah.
They were gonna exploit the fuck out of the permutations on
A
those
fun
modes.
fact about Nile is you remember when that movie The Scorpion King came out?
Right. Wait. The one with Dwayne Johnson, right? Yeah.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Johnson.
Thank you, motherfucker. Put some respect on that man.
Shout out to Rocky.
Shout out
Back.
to If You Smell what The Rock is cooking, you jabroni.
I didn't know you were a brony.
What?
You're a brony?
What did you say?
You like My Little Pony?
No.
Wait. What do you
Is that
say?
from-
You know what
It
bronies?
doesn't matter what you're trying to say.
Yeah. What?
Shout out to Rock. Shout out to Stone Cold.
Shout out to
whatever.
Stone Cold. Shout out
But,
shout out to the BMF one. Okay.
so-
Back to the fun fact about the Scorpion King. And
Yeah,
Nile.
yeah, right.
Straight up.
Scorpion
Nile
King.
contacted the fucking movie studios
Scorpion
Sure.
King.
for I could tell they wanted to be on the soundtrack for this movie because of the Egyptian theme and all.
Right.
Yo, straight up they got denied because they know about the lore of all this Egyptian content and
Sure.
the history. They study this shit. They even put in their lyrics the muse or the inspiration behind the song for the lyrics.
Sure,
and
right.
on some of their albums.
Right.
Maybe,
I mean, one would hope, right?
well, they do it and it's tight. I haven't had time to sit down and read their booklets, but I fanned through it and I'm like, damn, this is how deep Nile goes with this shit.
Right on.
They tried to contact whichever production company or whatever. They're like, hey, yo, we know a lot about this shit. Can we help you guys get this shit right and make it historically accurate and bop this and that? And it's also, yo, check out our band. This is what we do. Put us on this motherfucker. Let us help you make this movie tight. And they're like, nah, we're going to keep Brendan Fraser in this movie, and we're going to put The Rock in it, and we don't care who, now who. And they're just like, They probably blocked him. Probably like Star 69 or some shit.
You may remember that the band that they did choose for the big single from the soundtrack was actually Godsmack. You remember that? I Stand Alone by Godsmack.
I rest my case. Like that
Right.
only, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
I rest my fucking case.
There wouldn't have been as much money in Nile at the.
They probably picked
at that
Godsmack
point.
just because they saw that little Godsmack logo, that stupid squiggly fucking sun line thing, and they're like, "Oh, that's like a sun, and there's like a desert and that stuff," and they're like, we'll put Godsmack on there." Nah, man, you should have put Nile on that shit, bro.
Hell
If they
yeah.
could put fucking Mudvayne on that Ghost Ship movie fucking soundtrack, you could put Nile on this goddamn Scorpion King soundtrack.
I'm pretty
bullshit,
sure, bro. Just listen. I'm pretty
I've been
sure.
listening, bro.
I'm pretty sure it's just a money thing. It was just a money thing. There was no money in Nile at that point.
Of course, there's no money in Nile, bro.
Right.
I don't listen to dollars. I spend them.
Sure. Right. I mean, there's just something. I think there's something to a band that's been around that long doing like trying to exploit the permutations. Like I think that's great. I think that's great because it's their niche. So anyone that would later try to come off and do something like that, people are immediately going to associate that sort of thing with Nile, and they're going to come off as just like a band inspired by Nile, right? I don't know. It's one of those things. I feel like every metal band now kind of sounds like death in a way, or if they're death metal, they sound like bands from like tech bands from 12 years ago or something.
Yeah, which is really not that long. It is long ago, but to me, it's not that long ago.
Well, I mean, if you lived it and you were of a certain age at that point in time, I mean, it's gonna seem like it was yesterday. I'm sure, at least at times. Nostalgia's bittersweet like that, though, bro.
Man, you ain't fucking lying, man. Nostalgia is bittersweet. But, I mean, it can't be sweet all the time. There's such thing as too much of something, I think. Too much of a good thing. Or is, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think there's such thing as too much of a good thing?
I don't know. Well, isn't that like one of the...
I want to know what Blake thinks.
All right, very well.
Because Blake's just sitting there like flushing up the snow. I'm looking right at you, Blake. Do you think there's
Dalton's in the big boy chair. Dalton's sitting behind the.
No.
He's sitting behind the desk right now.
I'm in Daddy's
I'm
chair
curious
right
what
now.
you think, Jareth. What were you about to say? I was about
It doesn't. No, go ahead.
No,
Go right ahead.
I didn't have anything I was gonna say.
All right.
All right. Yeah, Blake. I mean.
Go ahead.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry about what I was gonna say, man.
Okay.
You go ahead and just speak your piece. I'm
On
pretty
what?
sure everyone's curious to hear from you.
On
at this
what?
point. About
on what is like? Do you believe that there can be too much of a good thing?
I don't know. I mean, it's just the question is just so generic, and it's like, well, what do you mean good? And then what do you mean thing? Like, and what do you mean too much? Like.
Well, that's certainly
Yeah.
it's certainly one of the questions that the gods entertain whenever they're discussing
Yeah.
the fate of Dido, right? So they obviously like she is so passionate for Aeneid, she's getting too much of a good thing, and the passions are carrying her just all sorts of directions. It's going to be to her demise, they even suggest. But I think it's funny that Blake's just trying to put up some shit where he bullshits. Folks,
Don't put your walls up against us.
folks, we've been trying to tell you for however many games now that Blake is just gonna
A lot.
he's just gonna say a bunch of BS.
Yeah.
That he's not gonna be able to back up in any way. He's just trying to go with the conversation.
Yeah, it's almost like you're not helping this podcast. Like it's like your microphone's on, but there's nobody behind it.
For sure.
See, like that right there. Like use your words.
My words.
My words. I can't with this one.
Right. Yeah, it's just one of those. It's just he doesn't like what was your response to the question again? Like I mean I guess I don't know, man.
Like, see that book again.
There could be too much of a good thing. There could be too little of a good
What do you
thing.
like? Yeah, like in terms of, I mean, I guess you need to like what can I say? You need to like exercise self-control. You know, you need to mete out some good stuff and don't use all of it at once. I don't know. Like, it just seems like generic kind of talking. Something.
I mean, I think the
It
question
doesn't-
the question at this point definitely begs many platitudinous responses,
Right.
but it doesn't mean it can be any less genuine, man. At least in my opinion. Dalton's.
I'm about to take a picture. I need to take a picture of this fucking thing that I read.
for sure.
How can I flip? You know, I don't know how to work these fucking camera things sometimes. That's why I still use a flip phone.
Why? Why do you use a flip phone?
No, my thing just died. Fuck.
There you go.
Because it still works for me. That's why. Because I like
Interesting.
T9. That's why.
ASDF. You don't like that? You don't like QWERTY?
No. I don't like that.
What about Dvorak?
No, I don't like that either.
What about I don't know.
Keep asking me about things I don't like.
I can't think of any other like type formats.
PDF?
Do you like PDF? Do you like
Nope, I don't like that one.
What about JPEG?
No, I don't like that.
What about GIF?
Yeah, so that was episode 5. Blake, are you a Dido or are you an Anna?
I'm a Dido.
Oh, man.
Dido till I die.
Oh shit. What about you, Dalton? You think you're a Dido? Are you a Dido or are you an Anna?
I don't know if I'm a Dido or if I am an Anna, but I know Blake was killing me on this podcast because he wasn't really saying much. But I don't really, you know, I'd probably say
I
I'm
was
a little.
rapt with attention listening to your read.
I'd honestly say that I'm a little bit of both.
Yeah, well, Blake was the epitome of like what some folks would call a human quaalude in this episode. That's for sure. But you know, we had to
Listen to this one while you're trying to go to sleep. It's probably a good sleep aid episode.
Virgil's Aeneid. You know, of course,
re-listen to it.
the history, the
Don't
great
already
history.
listen to it.
Thank you for listening to Dalton Reads. Thank you for listening to Unexpected Results. Check us out on our Twitter at UnexpectedPods. And our email is what?
Unexpectedresultspodcast@gmail.com.
Thanks, guys.
See you next time.